Novel and drama world. Plot summary: 10 changes, a love story. Copyright at 2015. Raju Sharma, Literature Help. S.E. Sekhi is the central character of the novel. One morning, she visits Linga Hideaway's travel agency to finalize travel arrangements. She has accepted this job because her company's regular secretary is absent from her duty. When she visits the travel agency, she meets Ali Konde, the owner of the travel agency. He happens to be a very handsome young man. He is very polite and well-behaved, and he assures Essie that his travel agency will take care of everything. Essie has her old car outside the travel agency. She leaves the travel agency. When she is gone, Ali praises Allah for the gift of his woman. After some days, Essie's husband Akko wants Essie to have sex with him, but she refuses. He forces her, but she does not relent. Their relationship as husband and wife is already strained. Akko forces her and eventually rapes her. When Essie goes back to work, she happens to be short of a word that can describe her situation. She tries to pull herself together. She tries to find a word in her native African language which can describe what just has happened to her. She does not find any word and concludes that her native language does not have a word like that. However, in English, what has happened with her can be called a marital rape. Apokuya is Essie's best friend. She is quite different from Essie. Kubi is Apokuya's husband. Their marriage is generally happy, but Kubi and Apokuya frequently argue about their car. They often quarrel as to who will have the car for the day. On this occasion, Kubi gets to drive the car for the day, but they agree that Kubi will pick Apokuya up at the Hotel 20th Century after her work. Apokuya and Essie meet in the lobby of the hotel. They begin to talk about Essie's decision to leave her husband. The story also describes Alice's friendship and marriage to Fusena, his college friend. They had children and Fusena's life got consumed in motherhood. She was forced to stop working. She wanted to get higher education, but she had to stifle her desire for the time being. After their first meeting at his travel agency, Ali and Essie begin to see each other, and with the passage of time they become lovers. As the time progresses, Essie becomes more and more dependent on Alice's affection. She gets greatly disappointed when he does not visit her for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, when Ali meets Essie again, he proposes her. He gives her a ring to show that now she is his, a kind of occupied territory. Before their marriage, negotiations are held. Ali goes to the village where Essie's family lives. He wants to discuss the marriage with them. However, Essie's parents reject his request because Ali has not brought a proper relative to the negotiations. Now it is clear that their families are not ready for their marriage. It is also obvious that some of the polygamy traditions have already been broken. Finally, after long negotiations, their families agree and they get married in a simple ceremony. Essie begins to live a better life. On the eve of the new year, Ali visits Essie before he goes back home. By chance, at the same time, in the presences of Ali, Essie's former husband Akko arrives with their daughter, Ajanawa. Ali and Akko begin to fight. Essie senses the seriousness of the situation and she runs out of the house taking her daughter with her. Essie takes Ajanawa to Apokuya's house. Essie tells Kubi about the recent happenings. Kubi immediately drives to Essy's house to check on her house. He does not find Ali and Echo there. After some days, Ali and Essy go on a holiday to Ali's home village, Bamako. They are like tourists in the village and spend some good time there. When they come back from the village, Ali begins to remain away from Essy. He begins to spend more time with his attractive new secretary. That Christmas Essy happens to be alone. She takes sleeping pills and falls asleep to control her sense of abandonment. Ali finally comes back to Essy on New Year's Day. He tries to make her happy. He gifts her new car as a bribe. Giving her the car keys, he immediately leaves. Essy is momentarily very happy and she shows off her new car to her friend Apokuya. She offers her old car to Apokuya. Ali is too generous with Essy and continues to give her gifts. He fills his absence with the expensive gifts. 3 years pass but Essy is not stable. She finally breaks down and tells Ali that their relationship is not as it used to be before. It is obvious that the relationship has deteriorated. Apokuya picks her car from Essy's house and drives away. Later that day, Kubi visits Essy. He is looking for his wife. Kubi does not find his wife in Essy's house. He begins to kiss Essy. She does not protest and considers sleeping with Kubi, but she suddenly decides that she can't betray her friend. Essy never divorces Ali. They remain friends and sometimes they become lovers as well.